We are in the aftermath of Survivor Series War Games. Welcome to Elmont, New York at the UBS Arena. This is Raw, and we are on the road to the Royal Rumble in Quebec City. Welcome everyone in a jam-packed house at the UBS Arena, over 15,000 strong, in what will be quite an excellent and exciting night as we kick things off with our World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk, who will be kicking off his road and his path to the Royal Rumble. The winner of the Royal Rumble, let's not forget, will face the champion of their choosing at WrestleMania. And as announced by Skeletor and Haunted Jacob at the press conference at Survivor Series, WrestleMania will be held in Atlanta. And that's absolutely right. At the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, WrestleMania will be held. But we, tonight, are here in Elmont, New York. Alexa Bliss will take on Piper Niven in singles action. The women's division is building up. In our main event, Hendry, in his first title defense, right away will defend the title against MJF, who was unfortunately for him a losing member at War Games. Let's take a look at something else that happened at Survivor Series War Games, more specifically on night 2, where CM Punk was able to win the huge triple threat match between himself, Drew McIntyre, and Ilya Dragunov. CM Punk was able to retain in probably the most painful match of his career. As you can see, he was all bloody, all rusted, but he was able to pick up the huge World Championship title defense. And now, in just moments, the best in the world is about to enter the building. New York is definitely excited for the best in the world, World Heavyweight Champion, the voice of the voiceless, CM Punk, with so many nicknames, so many well-deserved nicknames. I mean, this man is a future first ballot Hall of Famer. But for now, he's looking to show everyone that, you know, people should not think of him as a future Hall of Famer and all that stuff, as a veteran. They should be thinking that CM Punk is the current best wrestler in the absolute world. Even though he's aging, he wants to prove to the ones that are here right now trying to build themselves, guys like Oba Femi, Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, that he's still got it, and that he deserves to be in this place. A member of SmackDown, of Sunday Night SmackDown is here. Seth freaking Rollins, who's on Raw, interrupting the world champion CM Punk. We know they have a lot of history backstage. They're about to propel it in this universe. What is Seth doing here? And now, oh no, it's Seth Rollins, many knees and a big one to the jaw of CM Punk. And now Seth Rollins attacking our World Heavyweight Champion to kick things off here in New York City. Seth Rollins, who just announced that he's now part of the Sunday Night Raw roster. I don't know what happened. Did he quit SmackDown? Did he get traded right here on Raw? I don't know what's going on, but Seth Rollins with a clear message to CM Punk. Now going for the stomp, and it connects right in the middle of that ring. And Seth Rollins isn't done. The Visionary continuing his assault on the best in the world, who CM Punk now previously mentioned that it is no longer a nickname, but maybe something to earn. And Seth Rollins doing exactly that. Rollins sends a message to CM Punk. And the message is pretty clear. He wants that world championship sooner rather than later. DJ Universal is coming to Atlanta, Georgia.
Georgia?
Yep.
Oh.
Are we okay? Did everyone understand? Or is this guy dumb?
Right, wait.
Shut up! Are we good? Are we good? So huge news at the press conference. Skeletor announced that WrestleMania episode 44 will take place at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It will be a 2-night event, obviously. It will be held in the beautiful city of Atlanta, but right here and right now, the Hardy Boyz making their entrance for their tag title match against Damian Priest and Carlito, who return as a tag team. As we know, previously part of the Judgment Day, but now the Judgment Day is a little more corrupt presently. At the helm being Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio, Liv Morgan, and all those peeps. But Damian Priest and Carlito, who team up in a special episode of Raw here in New York City. Can they be the ones to dethrone the Hardy Boyz? It wasn't the Awesome Truth, wasn't the Alpha Academy, wasn't the Judgment Day. Who can it be? Can it possibly be Damian Priest and Carlito? How much of that chemistry is still built in this duo? Well, we're about to find out up next. The Raw Tag Team Championships are on the line. The Hardy Boyz against Damian Priest and Carlito right here at the UBS Arena. And that's all going down up next.
I'm easily bothered by persistence. One step from lashing out at you. You want to get under my skin.
The World Tag Team Championships on the line. Our opening match on Raw in New York City in Elmont. It's the Hardy Boys defending. It's Carlito and Damian Priest. And the Hardy Boys have faced a lot of tag teams in their championship reign. They've never faced this duo. The duo of Carlito and Damian Priest, who usually seek single titles, but now team up to try their best to possibly dethrone one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Stacked house at the UBS Arena. They have been loud. I mean, that first segment with CM Punk and Seth Rollins, they were absolutely loud. Let's hope they keep this energy throughout the show, because we have a huge event tonight. Absolutely stacked Raw episode. It's the fallout of Survivor Series, and it begins right here as Damian Priest and Matt Hardy going at it. Matt Hardy with some kicks, a huge dropkick to Damian Priest, putting him down. Matt Hardy tagging Jeff Hardy, who Jeff Hardy participates with no face paint tonight. Usually he alternates between the face paint and no face paint, as Jeff Hardy now. Targeting the midsection of Damian Priest. Great strategy by Jeff Hardy. That midsection always targeted. Those nuts as well. Jeff Hardy now going on Damian Priest. Damian Priest now going for that side suplex. No, actually puts him up on his shoulders, delivering a power slam. Huge body slam by Damian Priest. Putting Jeff Hardy down. One half of the tag team champions. And now Damian Priest has Jeff Hardy where he wants him into a Samoan drop. Damian Priest hitting a Samoan drop and now going to tag Carlito. Carlito, who's been rocking so far, as we know, at Survivor Series, defeated Dominic Mysterio in like under 3 minutes. So he's off of a huge statement victory and now looking to grab the tag team championships against Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy. But Jeff Hardy putting Carlito in the corner, striking him, tagging Matt Hardy now, sending Carlito through the ropes, and 1D by the Hardy Boys, a tribute to the Dudley Boys, one of their greatest tag rivals. As a huge move for the Hardy Boys. And now Carlito possibly busted open here in Elmont, as Matt Hardy continues his assault on Carlito, but Carlito finding that spark, and Matt Hardy is fighting back and now tripping Carlito to put him down. Matt Hardy, we have to give him more credit. I mean, we always look a little more at Jeff Hardy as the more charismatic and I guess the greater Hardy. But Matt Hardy, don't underestimate him. Absolutely not. Matt Hardy is a legend. Absolute legend. And now showing it right here in this matchup. And now Carlito getting some revenge here and gaining that opportunity, getting that opportunity to tag Damian Priest, who's in the ring. And now Damian Priest, face first goes Matt Hardy. Stunning move by Priest. And now Damian Priest kicking the back of Matt Hardy. And now an elbow drop to Matt, as his poor brother Jeff has to watch. And now Damian Priest going airborne, but reversed. Dodged by Matt Hardy. And now it's Matt Hardy going for that suicide dive, but you saw Damian Priest going back in the ring. And now it's Matt Hardy now with a running bulldog to Damian Priest. Don't forget Alexa Bliss, Piper Niven still to come here at the UBS Arena, as well as our main event. Hendry defends the Intercontinental Championship against MJF in a first-time ever matchup. But now right here is the tag team title match between the Hardy Boys and Damian Priest and Carlito. And now Damian Priest getting some offense on Jeff, going for a submission. Jeff Hardy not letting Damian Priest win so easily. And now Priest going for a clothesline, dodged by Hardy. And then finally Priest will get that clothesline in. Damian Priest determined to hit his moves, as now Carlito's tagged in. And will continue the assault on the Hardy Boys with a huge shooting star from those rope, a springboard version, as Damian Priest is tagged once again. I talked about chemistry between the two, Damian Priest and Carlito, who haven't teamed in a long time. Damian Priest with a pin, not getting the victory as it's a 1 count. But again, that chemistry, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing that chemistry between Damian Priest and Carlito. But it's now Jeff Hardy with a twist of fate to Damian Priest. And now Hardy is spearing Carlito outside of the ring. Jeff Hardy looking to get a victory to retain those Raw Tag Team Championships. Jeff Hardy with a Swanton Bomb connects Hardy for the win to retain a 2. And Carlito's there to save the day. And now Jeff Hardy's pissed and going on Carlito. Jeff Hardy thought he had the victory over Damian Priest and Carlito. And now Jeff Hardy sending Damian Priest onto Carlito in the corner. Jeff Hardy using all the tools out of his toolbox. And now Damian Priest looking to fight back. And it's Priest now right in front of Matt Hardy. Damian Priest with a razor's edge. Tribute to the late great Razor Ramon. And for the win, but Matt Hardy saving his brother this time. And both teams getting a shot at winning. But it's Matt Hardy with a signature move to Damian Priest. And now Matt Hardy with a twist of fate to Damian Hardy. Jeff Hardy now with the pin. Carlito's outside of the ring. He gets a shot to win, but Damian Priest kicks out at 2.5. We are on the road to the Royal Rumble, our next premium live event at the Sound Videotron in Quebec City. And it's a great road to the Royal Rumble. The start of that road is right in front of our eyes, and it has been quite a phenomenal opening match here, as Jeff Hardy now is going to fly with a dropkick to Damian Priest. What a match to start. And now it's all been Hardy Boys recently. Damian Priest and Carlito can't get anything done right, as Damian Priest sent on the barricade on the LED screen of the awesome Raw Arena, as Jeff Hardy with a frog splash to Damian Priest on the outside. Jeff Hardy is nuts, as we know, and continuing to show us why he is nuts and crazy, but great at his craft, and he delivers another twist of fate. And Jeff Hardy trying to seek another title, a successful title defense. Jeff Hardy trying to Irish whip Damian Priest at the corner, but Damian Priest dodging it. And it's Matt Hardy tagging himself in. And Damian Priest is absolutely going to hit a huge lariat to Matt Hardy. Jeff Hardy there thought about saving his brother, but he had confidence in Matt Hardy kicking out. And Carlito punching Matt Hardy. That's able Damian Priest to throw him in the corner. Now both men going for a tag team move, as Carlito's tapped in, and both superstars with the shoulder tackle to Matt Hardy. Carlito getting his finisher reverse. Sorry, I have the hiccups. I apologize for that. And now Matt Hardy with a running bulldog, as Jeff Hardy with a Swanton Bomb reversed by Carlito. And Matt Hardy instead will hit a double axe handle to Carlito. Matt Hardy lifts Carlito back up on his feet. Huge crowd here at the UBS Arena, as Matt Hardy with a roll up to Carlito. A 2 count and a 3, and the Hardy Boys will retain the Raw Tag Team Championships. Matt Hardy with a roll up caught Carlito off guard. And Damian Priest as well. Damian Priest didn't even try to go and help Carlito. I think Damian Priest had confidence in Carlito, but that roll-up really shocked and surprised both superstars. With that said, let's take our attention back to Nia Jax's historic Survivor Series Championship title defense, as she participated in an 8-woman Battle Royale, and she was able to win the Battle Royal, eliminating Becky Lynch at the end to retain the Women's World Heavyweight Championship, and she's right here with us backstage. Royal Rumble's coming to Quebec City at the Centre Vidéotron, a historic city with a historic background. Will host a historic premium live event. We've got some breaking news right here. As we saw previously, there was some bad blood between these two that showed. It definitely showed us. It wasn't a surprise. But it's official. CM Punk will defend the World Heavyweight Championship against Seth Rollins at the Royal Rumble in our main event. And also, to show you guys this, we're not supposed to show you this, but this is a security camera that grabbed footage of Nia Jax getting assaulted and put through a table right after her announcement that she is going to host an open challenge at the Royal Rumble. She's going to defend the Women's World Championship at the Royal Rumble. But again, she got attacked right after that by some mysterious figure. We couldn't really tell. There's no information on that. No witnesses as well. Just that camera. So we're going to give you guys additional details on news over the course of this show. But up next, Alexa Bliss is back and competing in singles action against Piper Niven. And Piper Niven, she's bad. She's bad. And look, she's a dominant force. And Piper Niven, I don't know if she's going to be assisted by Chelsea Green and Alba Fire, but Piper Niven alone can do the job. But Alexa Bliss is going to try to overcome that. And let's see if she can pick up a very important win as the women's division heats up, especially on the UBS Arena. The UBS Arena. Continue being loud as hell, because you guys have been absolutely loud this whole event. Piper Niven making her mark. Up next, Alexa Bliss against Piper Niven right after this break.
Once upon a time, Big Bronson Reed went to Burger King. He ordered all the menu at Burger King. He loves Burger King. But then someone stepped up to Big Bronson Reed and let him know that McDonald's is better and that he should go to McDonald's instead. And so they both went to McDonald's. Big Bronson then realized that McDonald's was better.
Welcome back to Sunday Night Raw. Alexa Bliss taking on Piper Niven and starting off really strong start by Alexa Bliss. Give her props. Going after Piper Niven, not being scared, because a lot of women, trust me, are scared of this huge force that is Piper Niven. But Alexa Bliss, as you can see now, Irish whipping Piper Niven in the corner and spearing right onto her, and now delivering a drop kick as Piper Niven was sitting down in the corner, chilling, but not for long, as now she is actually dying and not chilling. As Alexa Bliss climbs the top rope, Alexa Bliss with an elbow drop. Tribute to the Macho Man, going for the pin. Piper Niven kicks out at 2. Already at 2. That's a good, honestly, one of the best starts I've seen to a match. Alexa Bliss demolishing Piper Niven with a splash now instead of an elbow drop. As Alexa Bliss now sending Piper again onto that corner. But Piper Niven finally fighting back with a boot to the midsection as Piper Niven now clotheslines Alexa Bliss. If you're just tuning in this Raw episode, this is Alexa Bliss against Piper Niven in singles action. The women's division heats up here on Raw. We are at the UBS Arena in New York City as Alexa Bliss now fighting back. But Piper Niven is going to try and try to do something, but Alexa Bliss is sneaky in this matchup. Very sneaky. Just pulling off all the... Look. I've never seen this grit from Alexa Bliss. She's always played a little soft, I feel. A little scared, but now she might actually be scared because Piper Niven's on the top rope going for a crossbody. Thank goodness Alexa Bliss dodged that. I think she would have gotten squished. Absolutely squished. Alexa Bliss now, whatever that was. Piper Niven with an Irish whip to Alexa Bliss now. And oh, huge move for Piper Niven. She needed something. She needed some juice. And slamming the head of Alexa Bliss on the mat. As Piper Niven with a chokehold. Volcano clutch by Piper Niven. Right here in Elmont, New York at the UBS Arena. As Piper Niven might make Alexa Bliss tap out and go night-night. As Piper Niven still has this submission locked in. And the referee's going to have to look as well if Alexa Bliss passes out here. As Alexa Bliss is in great danger. But Alexa Bliss fighting back. And has huge elbows to the face of Piper Niven. And Piper Niven now with a punch. And Alexa Bliss with a DDT to Piper Niven. And Alexa, boom, using the knees to her advantage. And now Bliss with a Sister Abigail. Sister Abigail, a move famously performed by the late great Bray Wyatt. And with that move, Alexa Bliss is victorious in New York City. I said it from the start, Alexa Bliss looked amazing and in a new prime. And if she can continue like that, she's going to be rock and roll. This might have earned herself an opportunity at something big in the future. As Bliss defeats Piper Niven here on Raw. Up next, it's our main event between Joe Hendry and MJF. Joe Hendry, who defeated Bronson Reed and Finn Balor at Survivor Series to claim that Intercontinental Championship. And on the next episode right after that, he defends. Absolute madman. But right here backstage, it's Kevin Owens and our general manager, Haunted Jacob. On the next edition of Sunday Night Raw, we are in Buffalo, New York at the KeyBank Center. And we have a huge card presented to us as the OTC. Roman Reigns is back. He returns to Raw after a shocking loss to Solo Sikoa's Bloodline at Survivor Series. Also, Nia Jax defends the Women's World title against Alexa Bliss, who recently just defeated Piper Niven. And much, much more. But up next, our main event in Elmont, New York. He's another man who proclaims himself as the best in the world. And he also says that he's better than you. Well, guess what? Is he better than Joe Hendry? Can he claim that Intercontinental Championship? We might see that. We might see that happen. And unfortunately for Joe Hendry, it might happen in Joe Hendry's first title defense, which would be pretty sad. But Joe Hendry is here, his first entrance as the Intercontinental Champion. A well-received entrance by Joe Hendry. The crowd's loving it. He now has some pyro. I'm sure he's happy about that. It's just those little details that make you feel like an absolute star, and Joe Hendry deserves it. Huge victory at Survivor Series, but now he's going to have to prove that it wasn't a fluke, because many people say that Bronson Reed got screwed at Survivor Series because Joe Hendry threw Bronson Reed out of the ring to get the pin and pin Finn Balor. He's going to have to show MJF and the WWE Universe and just the whole world in general that he's not just some one-man band. He's the band. He's the guy. He's the guy who's going to lead the way to a new era in the Intercontinental Championship division. It's main event time. Intercontinental Championship is on the line right here at the UBS Arena in Elmont, New York. By the way, on the next SmackDown episode, coming soon, will be held at the Madison Square Garden in Manhattan, New York City. The world's famous arena, as MJF and Joe Hendry go at it to main event Sunday Night Raw, as both superstars locking it in. Joe Hendry putting pressure on MJF, sending him to the ropes. Is Joe. Both superstars now going at it with some kicks. Kicks to the midsection. Joe Hendry reversing and going back to that chain wrestling. That's what I expect. I expect some wrestling. Two superstars who are great at their craft. And two upcoming stars. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the next couple of years one of these two is a world champion in this universe mode. These are future studs, future stars, future legends. Is now MJF targeting that left arm of Joe Hendry and now going for a diving shooting star. Did not work according to plan, and now it's Joe Hendry with an angle slam. Kurt Angle will be proud. It's Joe Hendry now. He wants the advantage. He already has championship advantage, but he wants to get that wrestling advantage. And Joe Hendry showing that so far to MJF as he delivers a big left boot to the skull of MJF. And he's targeting that skull. He wants to end the brains out of MJF. But now MJF Irish whips Joe Hendry to the corner, delivering a kick, but no reverse by Hendry. As now Joe is punching MJF now, doing the same, and just both superstars reversing each other's moves. It's like they know, they've studied their moves. And now it's Joe who's going outside of the ring, going to grab a weapon, but this is not an Extreme Rules match, so Joe Hendry can't make that mistake as MJF punching Joe Hendry. MJF was coming from a loss at Survivor Series. So he participated with Roman Reigns and the Hardy Boys. And they lost to the Bloodline. So it was Sikoa, Fatu, and the Tongans. As now Hendry's not going to mess around. He's going to clear up the announcer's table. And he's telling MJF to go join him to that announcer's table. And MJF might do that exactly. As Hendry now throwing MJF to the announcer's table and now bashing the head onto that table and now sending MJF to the steel steps. And the refs counting, again, for Joe Hendry it's an advantage as he will still retain the championship, but MJF's going to have to watch out as both superstars going to the crowded area. And MJF, oh my goodness, with a suplex to Hendry. And now targeting the face of Hendry. MJF getting back on his terms, on his role, as he goes back inside of the ring. Doesn't want to get counted out, as Hendry as well wants a respected fight here. But MJF with a body slam to Joe Hendry, going for the cover to claim that Intercontinental Championship, but Joe Hendry kicks out at 2. MJF almost had it there. And MJF going for a springboard kick, reversed by Joe Hendry. As Joe now going for a move, but MJF reversing with an elbow to the midsection of Hendry. And now MJF going for a belly-to-belly suplex, but Joe reversing it. And a lot of reversal here, but now Joe Hendry with a German suplex takedown. And Hendry showing that he's better than MJF, and he knows it very well, and MJF is pissed about that. But Hendry with an all-star performance here in the main event of Raw, as he's gonna do a diving clothesline to MJF. As Hendry now going on the top rope yet again, possibly going to deliver another diving lariat, and yes, he does. He connects, and he's not done just yet. Of course he's not done. Joe Hendry wants to maximize his offense. And with another, but no, MJF reversing it. MJF reversed it. And now MJF with a low blow to Joe Hendry, but refs allow a low blow from MJF. It's sort of a tradition, it's a rule, and not claiming the Intercontinental title, at least just yet. But, whoa, great turn of events for MJF. But now he's taken out outside of the ring by Joe. That would have been a nice Royal Rumble elimination. Again, the Royal Rumble is coming soon. In a couple weeks, one of the most exciting premium live events of the year is now MJF is on top of the barricade. And with a double axe handle to Joe. And again, MJF does not want to get counted out. He wants a real shot at the Intercontinental Championship. And now with a springboard. Phenomenal forearm to Joe, and with a huge right knee to his face. And Hendry still fighting this enigma, this energy, this big ball of chi energy. But now he just got blasted on that post. And I believe he's bleeding. I do see little spots of blood on the floor mat. And Joe, again, he's still going to try and fight back. He's a fighter, as we know. He's a bruiser, as we know. As now Joe Hendry climbing the top rope. And Hendry with an elbow drop to MJF to retain in his first championship defense in Elmont, New York. But it's a 2.5. And unfortunately, the UBS Arena won't win this Joe Hendry's first successful championship defense in his title reign. As Hendry now is going to elevate his game and put MJF on the top rope. And he's going to go airborne with MJF with a suplex. A superplex, more precisely, by Joe Hendry. And now with an Irish whip. And he might just do it again. This lunatic freak. As Hendry now going for a suplex. But MJF using that knee and now tripping Joe from the top rope. Exactly what MJF needed. And now MJF, oh my God, slamming the back of the neck of Joe. And Joe kicks out at 0. Not 1, but 0. And Hendry reversing MJF's shooting star. And now with Joe Hendry now fighting back. But MJF doing the same. Some kicks to the shin of Joe Hendry. And now MJF with another low blow. Low blowing his way to potentially a victory. But Joe Hendry fighting back with a knee. And Hendry now with a choke slam in sight. What a chaotic main event, and I'm loving it. As Joe Hendry with a second choke slam to MJF. Joe Hendry to retain the title. But no, MJF kicks out at 2. Oh my God. Hendry got his hopes a little high. Is it to continue putting some damage on MJF? MJF now with a springboard maneuver. Joe fighting back with some punches. And now Joe Hendry with a body slam to MJF. And Hendry trying to Irish whip MJF outside of the ring, but MJF's going to put him on the corner there. And Joe Hendry with some kicks to the the left leg of MJF. And now a neck breaker by Joe. Massive neck breaker by Joe Hendry. and continuing to deliver some goods, to deliver some punches to MJF. And now MJF with a punch in the midsection. And we're going to be back after this break. Welcome back to Sunday Night Raw. MJF still has the advantage for now, at least recently, as now MJF gets caught yet again and tripped up by Joe Hendry. MJF busted open. And now Joe Hendry going for a punch, reversed by MJF. MJF strikes the midsection and both men reversing their move. I said it at the start, they studied their game. And they're showing that they not only studied, they went over the mile. I mean, they make PowerPoints about their movesets because they know each other very well. Is now MJF looking to end it, looking to win the Intercontinental Championship for the first time in his career. But it's Joe Hendry Irish whipping MJF to the top left corner, putting him on the top rope. And we saw this before. But now Joe Hendry's gonna alter his game. Oh my god! Launching MJF like a small little feather across the ring. And now Joe using his strength, showing his strength to the whole entire city of New York. And now Joe sending MJF outside. And now Hendry sending MJF to the announcer's table, putting him on top of it. It's not looking good as water bottles are flattered and screens are shattered. And MJF now with a suplex from the announcer's table on the bare floor. And yes, even MJF got hurt there. But now MJF, removing the turnbuckle pad. I don't know what's his exact plan, but just smashing the back of Joe Hendry on that barricade. That apron, I should say. And Joe Hendry's going to get back in the ring, not wanting to get counted out, but absolutely obliterated. And now Hendry. A chop to MJF, and MJF's going to reverse it with a kick to the midsection. Now MJF now. Oh! MJF using brass knuckles, and he's going to get disqualified. Joe Hendry's your winner. MJF, I don't know what that was, but... Oh my god. Lita is back in the WWE, and she's on Raw, and at the Royal Rumble she will face Nia Jax for the Women's Championship. Oh my god.